Hello again, everyone. Saka here, and welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo Career Mode. And when we last left off, we were doing the Myers Rainforest Conservation Project, got the snow leopards put down, and we've got a little bit of a semblance of a start of the zoo. Today we're going to go for our bronze medal. We need to place our 2 okapi, which are our 2 remaining rescue animals, and we need to have 350 guests in the zoo. We'll get there with those okapi for sure. The first thing that I wanted to take a look at was our research progress. We were researching the snow leopard, as you can see. Old Moises is there. And what I kind of want to do is get another research facility up and running. That way we can have 2 veterinarians doing research, one on animals and the other on diseases. That way our animals can stay healthy and, not be pulled out from their pen too awful much. So let's go ahead to our facilities, our staff facilities, our vet surgery. No, we want research. Our research center. And we'll put down another research center right by the small one right there. And now we have enough space to do 2 veterinary researches. Let's go ahead then and hop on our zoo, and let's get Eric looking at what was the Clampto. So Clamptobacteriosis is the most common that I've seen. So we'll definitely do at least 1 level of research in the diseases as we can. So Eric Brinkman will get on that for sure. Let's take a look at our visitors. We've got me, Limados, and Ayako Numata. Welcome, welcome. We have high amounts of litter, it says. Looking at the heat map, it really... Oh, wow. So right here at the start of the zoo is litter. So people couldn't be bothered to take their trash home. That's going to be a thing that we can do. Let's go ahead then and go to our facilities and look for a recycle bin. And let's put one right there by the stairs. Let's put another one there by the stairs, there by the stairs, and there by the stairs, just in case. Let's also take a look at our staff and make sure that everyone is working efficiently. So our vendors are way taxed. Our vets are all over the shop, but our caretaker is efficient. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get a Oh, our caretaker is already on it. Good on ya. That's what I'm talking about, being proactive there, Lila Schreiber. So that will clean up the high amounts of litter. Hey, we've got a rock in the staff path. We'll sell that for $3. Definitely can't complain about free money. All right, so that is going fine. Looks like we might need to hire, let's say, 2 more vendors. Let's go 3 more vendors. That way some shift changes can happen and we can continue providing services. We've got 2 Gulpies, a Looney Balloons, a Chief Beef. The information center is doing well, and an ATM right there. Let's see, we need a workshop, and reward animals need to be claimed. That's what we are going to work on today. So we've got 320 people in the zoo, very close to our 350. And as the research is being done for our snow leopard, we will finally get some food enrichment items and increase their happiness for sure. So we've got $7,100 to start placing the okapi. And what we were thinking about doing was lowering some land around here. The thing that I want to see is do the okapi's needs. So they need 11,600 feet squared with grade 2 fence higher than 4.125 feet. We could put a 5-foot glass fence up there, no problem, and they can handle 2. So that is fine and dandy. So what I will do is I will go ahead and smooth out an area here right off of the snow leopard for an okapi, keeping in mind that we might want to put a path to the 2nd level. Snow leopard is about to have offspring. That's always good. So some extra snow leopards in the enclosure might not be too bad. Offspring imminent. We'll see what we get here. Our little baby snow leopard. Anytime now. Hey, vet research is done. That's what I'm talking about. Is that the Clampto? No, that is the next level of snow leopard. All right, so that will immediately be good for our enrichment items. And as you can see, we're good on toys, but not on food. So let's go ahead and go filter with our snow leopard and put down a bit of food enrichment. And that is going to be our blood pumpkin. And there we go. So now our snow leopard is absolutely taken care of. Everything should be 100% 98. So that is all well and good. Our snow leopard is going to do well, and that's going to bode well for our inspection that is going to come. All right, so snow leopard should have given offspring, although it's taken its sweet time there, all you nutmeg. And we'll go ahead and get the okapi sort of smoothed out here, and we'll see if we can get that 11,000 square feet of space right over here. Maybe make a nice smooth path up here and preserve as much of the land as we can, but I will get on that and be right back. All right, after a little bit of finagling, we have a little bit of an enclosure here right above the snow leopard. So I smoothed out this area here to get a nice easy path, and then I sort of rounded it off and found out that I only had about half of the land required. So what I've done is I've put 2 guest gates in here, as the okapi are pretty shy against humans. So what we can do is give them a place to run to and make sure that the guests stay on the path here. If we put like their shelter up here, they can hide away. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get our okapis into animal storage. And in our animal storage, we'll select all, send to the zoo, and put in habitat 2. So now we will wait on the okapis to be delivered. And once they're delivered, we'll go ahead and sort them out. Oh, has had offspring, there we go. Oyunchung has had a little cub, Eerie. Eerie, the female snow leopard, and then we've also got another cub as well. Very cool. So we've got Tsetseg, the female. So a bunch of females. And it looks like our okapis come diseased. So that is interesting for sure. It's a shame that we can't tell it to go to quarantine, because we do have a quarantine right here. But we will see. The vets should be called very quickly. And without further ado, once the okapi get placed in, we'll go ahead and adjust this place to be more to their liking. So I'll go ahead and adjust their habitat and be right back. All right, placing the okapi, we hit 350 guests in the zoo, and we've placed both of our okapi.
You dealt with that toxic waste. The air doesn't taste like batteries anymore. Yes, overall, the zoo's definitely beginning to take shape. The customers seem happy, and best of all, almost none of them have developed respiratory problems as a result of their visit. Speaking of which, nice work nursing all those poorly animals back to health. It's a good job we rescued them and brought them into the zoo, eh?
Yes.
After all, the last thing we need is people being able to see animals outside the zoo for free. Oh, and one last thing. Now that the zoo is mostly clean, I'm arranging for Lin to visit from the other zoo. It's going to take a little time, though, so don't worry about it yet. Just worry about everything else.
All right, so we're moving Moises Brantley from the snow leopard to the okapi, as we do not know any enrichment items, so we will get a little bit of food enrichment here, it looks like, or some food at least. Yeah, we'll have to spend some time doing that for sure. Our vet should be on the way. And we also need some plants up in here. We can do that. Looking at the terrain, we're a little low on actual space. So we can edit up this this fencing to give them more space to run around. That should be fairly easy to do. So I'll go ahead and get that done, get some plants down, and we will come back when these okapi are a little bit more healthy. So interesting enough, looking at the power filter, these barrels are now showing up very clearly as not being powered. So a little bit of cheekiness. I don't know if the barrels, like once they get powered, they'll start increasing the temperature. But as you can see, there are a crap ton of barrels and we're removing them okay. We need to get our money back up and just let that simmer for a bit. But right now we don't have power on these gates, and our keepers hopefully we'll be able to at least get them fed. And then once we get some power up in here, we can put in some educational items. And then once we get out of the red, Inspector arriving in 10 months. So hopefully our Okapi can get researched a bit and we can get some enrichment items on the line. Because right now the Okapi themselves are feeling pretty bad. I mean, they're at 83%, but their enrichment is on the struggle bus for sure. Let's go ahead and call a vet and make sure a vet is on the way to get these diseases fixed. So I will go ahead and rest for a little bit, let the money tick up, and then we can put down some education items. All right, vet research is done for clamptobacteriosis. We have an active disease, and Eric will go ahead and start researching bordeliosis. So that will help with our diagnosis and to keep these Okapi healthy. Nice. Many guests think the tickets are underpriced. We can definitely fix that. How about we go to $8 and $8? So a little bit more influx of cash coming in. All right, so I made a little bit of a mistake. When I moved the fencing, guess what I did? I pulled it through, and then the fence clipped right through the hill, and our Okapi was able to just run out. That's certainly not good by any stretch of the imagination. Let me go ahead and increase the size of that barrier a bit. Let's go up to 29 feet, and then we will go ahead and increase this as well, just in case. But dang ol' Okapi decided to get out, and that's my bad. We need $1,000 to emergency capture, but vet is en route, and booyah. So that was quick, and we didn't even need to emergency capture. So now our Okapi pin should be fine. They shouldn't be able to climb over that. The next thing we need to do is start putting down some education items as people walk through. So let's go ahead and put down some educational speakers. No, first, we need some power. All right, so look, that's the reason I found the barrels in the first place. So looking at our power situation, the entire lower half of the zoo is powered, but not the upper half. So we'll just put a staff path right along here so we can get the power situation situated, as it were. All right, let's go ahead for utilities, put down a transformer, and if we put it down over here, that should encompass a lot. Let's actually, if we could get in on the paths and whatnot, we could sort of double dip a bit that way. And then that way we have power that can extend all the way to these upper levels as well. So that will be fine. Now I just need to get a staff path running this way, and we'll be able to put down some education items. All right, so it looks like the information center is really, really good, but people aren't hopping right on and getting it. So let's go guest facilities and put down another information center right next door. That way they can sort of space out a bit. So there we go. Information center is back up, and we'll see if people split the line a bit, because the more self-guided tours we can get, the more education that people will have, and the happier they will be and the longer they will stay. We actually have people walking on the path in the Okapi area, and the Okapi has a place to run and hide, but we're still waiting on that enrichment from our research, so hopefully that will kick off soon. Looking at the Okapi, yeah, perhaps that vet is busy, so they haven't been able to really, do some research. Yeah, $140 already in that pin, $160 already in that, and they're kind of shy against humans, so people are able to walk right up and see, sort of like a petting zoo sort of feel, and they better not be saying that the Okapi is hard to see from here, because quite frankly, they got the best view of the house. All right, next up, let's put some benches along the way, because it is an awful long walk. We'll go ahead and duplicate and put some along the path if we can. Let's put one right there, put one right there. If y'all want to sit down and chill at the Okapi place, feel free. There was a place. It's really tough to put down these benches on level ground. It certainly doesn't like it. It has to be like perfectly level. And it's a shame there's no like recliner or something that's a little bit smaller. Let's just put a pair of benches down there so if people get tired, they can have a seat. Hey, vet research is done. That is going to be on borderteliosis. So let's go ahead and swap Eric for, let's see, he's swine fever, canine distemper virus, foot and mouth disease is probably one to research. So we'll just keep on that. We still need a workshop. We've got low fare with the Okapi. And yeah, let me actually put down a little bit of a barrier here. A nice brick wall that the Okapi can use to run away and hide, as people will not be able to see them from there. We'll also put down some bedding so that the Okapi know that they can come here and chill. Something like so. So as long as they stay behind that brick wall, that should be fine. Looking at eyesight, we might need to extend the height of this particular wall. Let's edit this barrier and make it nice and tall. And let's actually change this. Whoops. Let's actually change this to brick as well. Yeah, we'll do something like that. So now people should not be able to see the Okapi. They're trying to look through a brick wall, and that's not going to do. Let's actually raise up this post as well, so that their area is nice and concealed, and they can have a little bit of a chill session. And right there, the stress is nice. Now, ideally, of course, people are going to be saying, hey, where's the Okapi? We can't see them. So that's why I put their food and water out here, so they will eventually come out to eat. And once we get the enrichment item research, we'll go ahead and put the enrichment item down. It looks like everyone is acting like they can see the Okapi, though. I can't believe the toilet's free. Well, I mean, if you're used to going to places where the toilet is not free, then you need to go to other places, because that's like a bare necessity. All right, so looking at our prospective silver medal, we need to have 8 habitat species in the zoo, build our suspended gondola transport ride, and have 600 guests in the zoo, which will definitely come the more animals that we do. So I'm thinking another path, say, up this way, and then we'll do an enclosure here. Just depending on our animal trading, we'll look and see if we might be able to do a big, massive group area with, like, say, the buffalo and the warthog and the ostrich and all of the ones that can live together, because I think that would be more bang for our buck. We definitely have more than 8 choices here to get. So it's just going to be a matter of time of putting that down. But I think we have a good starting point here, everyone. In the next episode, we will start placing down more habitat species, especially if I can get away with a bunch of those African safari-type animals, say, up here. That way people can see multiple animals at once. We don't have to take up a whole lot of space, and everything should be fine. Multiple overflowing bins. All right, so our caretakers are a little bit overwhelmed. Yeah, high workload. So let's put down 4 new caretakers then. Let's go a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. So now they should get on those overflowing bins quick, fast, and in a hurry. And that will lower the workload a ton. And that will help once we get our animals down. They can run those animal crates to us. But I like this flow. I like this feel that we got where people can walk right in the Okapi area and see them from on high. The zoo could do with expanding a little. You and me both. It's a money thing and it is a space thing. But yeah, I think the African exhibit would be okay if we run a path around the back, say here, and then maybe over the staff path and reconnect it up down here. That might be interesting. But either way, we have 6 more species to place, and we've got that gondola transport ride to do. So we're definitely going to be banking a little bit more cash so we can put that down. And I don't know if the gondola is like a drop-off point. Like if we put a gondola ride here and say over here, can we do like a loop to take them from like the start to back here, maybe expand the ride a bit? We'll just see. All right, Okapi low welfare, is it that stress? Yeah, they get stressed out easy, but they remembered to run in their little hidey hole. So that's very good. As long as they remember that this is their safe space and their hiding place, they'll be okay. We just need to get that research done for the Okapi, and we are almost there. And it's ticking away quite quickly. So we'll wait and finish off this episode by putting in a little bit more enrichment. All right, vet research is done for foot and mouth disease and the Okapi. Let's move Eric to MRSA, just in case. And now let's take a look at the enrichment items that we have unlocked. Hopefully. Nope, we didn't learn an enrichment item, so we have to keep on keeping on. So we will finally get some toy enrichment on this second level. But continuing on, eventually we'll get all the toys, and then that's going to help us with future animals as well, possibly. But that will do it from me and this episode of Planet Zoo, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe if you are so bold. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next Planet Zoo video. Take care.